The whole Tommy Robinson thing going on should affect everybody, no matter what side of the political spectrum you're on. Hey, Tommy, 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 Tommy. Behind closed doors, I'm a fool for your love. Hey, what's up, everybody? Good morning, good evening, good night, whatever it is, wherever you are. Welcome to my channel. Welcome to the family. This is something that is going to affect everybody in a lot of different places, in a lot of different ways. It definitely does have to do with the ability of free speech and freedom of the press. So before I start, I want to start you off with the mindset of what freedom of the press originally meant. Freedom of the press was originally designed so that way the press had the freedom to criticize the government and, to an extent, release what is the inner workings of the government. They were designed to be kind of the people's watchdog against the government. They were supposed to have a pretty close tie, but they are still supposed to be adversarial. Anymore now, it is not adversarial, it is political. It is the mainstream media reports based upon which direction their investors, their boardroom swings. If they swing this direction, then they report this direction. We've seen the videos of the news organizations, and they just all say the exact same thing verbatim. This is another case. This is another thing with far-reaching implications. Regardless of your political views, you should pay attention to this. BBC, Tommy Robinson faces new contempt hearing. So, in case you don't know, Tommy Robinson is the founder of the English Defense League. If you Wikipedia the English Defense League, it will tell you that they are homophobic and whatever other obics you can throw in there. And then if you ask the other side of the fence, they'll tell you that they're people who just care about their country and their culture. So you can spin this any way you want. I don't care. I don't really have a preference at all. I can see both sides of the story pretty evenly. You're always the good guy when it's your side. The other side is always the bad guy. Remember that. Remember that. You are always the good guy. The other is always the bad guy. There used to be a really good movie back in the day. I don't remember what it was called, but it was the them and they. One side always held them, one side always held they signs. And they're always at each other's throats, but when you're in their camp, they were the good guys, or them were the good guys. It's perspective. What's good and what's bad is kind of subjective to who you are, your circumstances, where you came from. Just a point of interest. Now I have got to check and make sure that I have not screwed up. I have. Okay. Yep. All right. Tommy Robinson faces new contempt of court hearings. Yeah. He was jailed in May last year for filming and broadcasting footage of people involved in a criminal trial. Yes, but he didn't release any information that wasn't already actually public and that other reporters weren't asking for as well, to be honest. But that finding was quashed by the Court of Appeal in August after he won an appeal. Now, Attorney General Geoffrey Cox has concluded there are strong grounds to bring new proceedings against him. It's kind of a silencing of a political opinion. I don't believe we should silence any political opinion. I don't care how bad it is, because the worse it is, the more light we should shine on it, so that way it gets squashed and doesn't spread any further than that single person. If we keep everything in secret and behind closed doors, then we have little cults running around and nobody knows any different, and they live in these echo chambers, and nobody gets any smarter, and nothing ever gets done, and we get in this vicious cycle of wash, rinse, and repeat. Well, I'm tired of doing dirty laundry. Let us get better. The first hearing in the case is due to take place at the High Court in London on March 22nd. Robinson case referred to Attorney General. Facebook bans Tommy Robinson's page. Of course they did. What else would you expect? Tommy Robinson video channel ads halted. Yes, what else do you expect? If I put Tommy Robinson in the ad of this video, it will not be monetized. Maybe it will. Maybe it'll slip by. But I kind of doubt it. Mr. Robinson was given a 13-month jail sentence in May after filming and broadcasting footage taken during the trial of 4 men who were later convicted of gang raping a teenage girl. Yes. But he was just reporting. He wasn't doing anything out of the ordinary. He wasn't trying to get hidden information or anything like that. He was just reporting. And it was information that wasn't exactly hidden. It was interesting. The footage lasted about an hour and was watched 250,000 times within hours of being posted on Facebook. Mr. Robinson was freed on bail in August pending new proceedings at the Old Bailey. Recorder of London Nicholas Hillard, QC, then referred the case to the Attorney General in October after the judge received a statement from Mr. Robinson. The 35-year-old, whose real name is Stephen Yaxley Lennon, could be sent back to jail if he is again found in contempt. I don't know if over there they have anything such as malicious prosecution, but I hope that they do. Any of my English brothers or sisters out there, do they have such a law, such a rule of double jeopardy or malicious prosecution? What is the defense one has over there against the government continually coming after them for the same charge until an outcome that is favorable to the government is reached? Is there any defense? Let me know in the comments. Let all of us know. We know that what affects you affects us, and what affects us affects you. We are closely related. We are brothers and sisters, and we need to stand up for each other. This should concern everyone involved. Crowds of supporters gathered outside the Royal Courts of Justice and the Old Bailey for the previous hearings. A statement from the Attorney General's office said Mr. Cox had reached his decision based on an assessment of the evidence and whether it was the wider public interest. Why? Why is it a public interest to come after someone so hard who was reporting on a crime that was committed and the people were convicted? Why is it in the wider public interest to prosecute this person repeatedly? Anybody? Does anybody have a clue? Put in the comments down below. What is the justifiable, logical reason? Give me a rationed, logical, and reason-based conclusion on why it is in the wider public interest to ban somebody who is reporting on a crime that happened. He wasn't giving any information that wasn't already known. He was just reporting on it. Unbelievable. Mr. Cox said, after carefully considering the details of this case, I have concluded there are strong grounds to bring fresh contempt of court proceedings against Stephen Yaxley Lennon, a.k.a. Tommy Robinson. This doesn't make sense. What is the greater crime? The only thing I can think is it's politically motivated, not motivated by public interest, but motivated by political interest. I would almost wager my bottom dollar on top of my 2 cents that would be the case. But this is discussion. This affects us. It affects all of us. This is freedom of speech, political oppression, regardless of your political views. I don't necessarily agree with Tommy Robinson, but I do agree with his right to speak, and I agree with our right to hear it and weigh whether his decisions are good or bad. And as a populace, if we weigh his decisions are bad, then his decisions are probably bad, because as single individuals, we can be quite nincompoops, but as a civilization as a whole, we're pretty goddamn brilliant. But let me know your thoughts. Let me know your opinions on this. I'm interested in what you think. Should he be prosecuted repeatedly until a desirable outcome for the prosecution is found? Does that sound reasonable? Does that sound very free? Is that something you would like to see in every country? It doesn't sound very free to me. It sounds rather Orwellian, in a sense. Comment, like, and subscribe, share, but let me know what you think. I'm very strongly against it. I don't believe they should be prosecuting him, especially repeatedly. Don't believe he should have been prosecuted in the first place. But your opinion is what I'm after. Let me know what you think. Are you, hey, Tommy, 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 Tommy? Are you saying, hey, Tommy? Which is it? What side of the fence are you on? All right. Thank you guys for listening. I will see you guys on the next one.